Okay, so today I've got a new student. So this is Herman. Herman's only a youngster, so he's quite interested in everything he sees. He lives with another dog called Casper. Casper's a little bit older, and basically what's happening is, as Herman's getting older and his sort of a little bit of maturity is kicking in, he's starting to sort of make decisions that he doesn't necessarily need to. So he's becoming a little bit reactive, strong on the lead, lots of barking at the doorways, and obviously the socialisation side, when they are young, they can very often be a little bit over the top. And we, if anything, we then sort of refrain from letting them just run and greet other dogs, because we don't want to upset people and their dogs, etc. And we end up creating this this kind of over the top behaviour when we meet other dogs then. So I'm working with Herman today, first day with me today, just doing some one-to-one with him to begin with, just to get him listening to me, so I can see what his his reactions are, how he responds to other dogs. and sort of we're doing this lead work. So he was a little bit strong to begin with, but now he's acknowledging the checks on the lead, he acknowledges the sound when I give it. We passed a jogger, a cyclist and a lady with 3 dogs so far, and yeah, he was interested, but there was no sort of over the top behaviour, and he was listening to me, which is quite good. So we've got a lady just up ahead here with her dog, so I'm just going to keep walking by and giving him these little checks on the lead. So it's those little upwards checks on the lead all the time. But he's being pretty good, he's being pretty sensible with the whole walk. So if you can see his body language there, he's got a little bit more alert. So I just give him a couple of little checks there. What we're doing is just getting in with the communication before the mind has gone into the heightened state. So I give him those little checks just beforehand. So that's what we're doing now. Oh, we've got some more people here, so this is good. Okay. So we'll just see how he is as he walks by here. Morning. Oh. Okay. There we go. Morning. Okay, good. Well done. So that's quite a big dog. Unfortunately, she couldn't hold that dog very well. And she was trying desperately with the clicker to get his attention, but unfortunately the obedience side and the clicker thing is not actually going to work unless you've got your pack dynamics in place when you do meet something that's more interesting than you. So yeah, that dog sort of kind of lunged over here, only in play mode, but Herman, yeah, he was interested, he was looking, but he didn't panic, he didn't flick over, he didn't spin round, and he took my leadership there. So we've already established that so far, and that's what this sort of walk does. It establishes the leadership, because he's not stopping and sniffing, he's just walking as he would if he was doing the migrate with the pack. He would be walking and taking notice of what the alphas were doing. He wouldn't be off doing his own thing. It's quite natural for him to walk at the side of you like this and not sniff, and that's quite important to control that. Throw in random stops. Okay, lovely, and off you go again. So he's proper tuned in, he's proper listening, so that's really good. So I'm going to carry on with this one-to-one work, the lead work. I won't let him off lead. And then when I get home, he's going to, I think I'll probably choose Rio and Roscoe when I get back, and we're going to just go out with them two and walk as a pack, and that's how we're going to start sort of building up to the off lead side. I will take a long line with me and just pop him on a long line to begin with, just to be sure that he has got the pack mentality with my two, and then I'll do some off lead work with him and get him listening to the this way, trying to build that recall work. But he'll also have my 2 dogs to actually be walking with, which will be the first time for him other than Casper. But what's happening when they're out on a walk together with Herman and Casper, they're becoming quite reactive and setting each other off, so it's turning into a bit of a nightmare. So he needs to be around dogs that he can see how they should behave, and he can learn from that, build his confidence from that, so he will be less reactive, and then his bad behaviour won't have a knock-on effect to Casper. And I'll be having Casper tomorrow on a school day, so sort of working with them both, not together, but very, one day after the next, so they'll be learning at the same time. So So I'll catch you later. And that's Herman, bless him.